Welcome to our Mobile Live with Dani Ke'lly. I'm here, your host, Dani Ke'lly, director from Culver City, California, at Creation Studios, a place that's not just a studio for you, but a place for your conception. And today we have we are celebrating the Brazilian Independence Day in Brazil, not in LA. But I have my amazing guest, Messi Julia Merlin. Woo! With the Brazilian shirts. Let's go here.
Yes, girl, celebrating Brazilian independence. So I'm wearing my Brazilian shirt, in honor of Brazil. And she already put that in my name. Now apparently my name is Messi Julia.
Because she came to the studio, everything turns up and saying down. Looking, hold on, Julia, hold on. A lot of energy on this podcast today. So welcome to more episodes at the Be Live with Dani Ke'lly.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
I'm like that hurricane, Hurricane Julia.
You are.
That's me. Hurricane Julia, bringing the messy vibes.
Hey!
Yes.
So guys, since we are having Independence Day, we're celebrating Brazil, but not in LA. We are celebrating, bring a shirt. We have our dancing, right?
Yeah, we did some dancing, celebrating Brazil. We're going to post that. It's going to drop very soon. So we did some Brazilian dances. We have to bring the Brazilian
energy,
vibes.
Of course.
Because we have a lot of energy. I think Brazilians are very loud, but it's not in a bad way. No. We're loud because we're passionate, we're happy, we're vibrant.
Exactly.
We just have we're full of life.
Energy.
That's it.
Love too.
Life,
we love everybody.
Love, energy.
And love food. Of course,
and dancing,
yeah.
I feel like that's what I was saying. That it's sometimes life is messy, right? But what do? We dance.
You just have to go around, suck it in,
and shake your booty.
And shake your booty.
And then it starts getting better. It's so true. Actually, I was reading about this, no joke. They say that if you shake your booty, your mood improves.
Yeah, but it's true.
It's true.
If you dance, you shake your booty, if you do anything that exercise, makes you feel good about yourself. I forgot about what it is in your body that you have to
endorphins
and dopamine.
Yeah.
You have to keep
get the dopamine going.
Yeah, going. That's why people say, "Oh, I have full of energy." You have to no. I have full of love for you. Gonna share a high five.
High five to Brazilian independence.
Yes.
And I'm also celebrating my independence.
Yeah. So we are talking behind the scenes while we are preparing the podcast. And just say, I'm feeling so good. I'm celebrating my independence. So tell more about your independence. What's going on?
Well, honestly, I wasn't going to bring that up, but everybody keeps asking me, what have you done? How come you look 10 years younger? You lost so much weight. Are you doing did you get any work done? Or are you doing, are you taking any pills? This is Ozempic.
All this.
Honestly, the last month, people are messaging me. They're like, are you on Ozempic? What did you do? I was like, honestly, I wasn't going to say anything, but no, I just broke up with my boyfriend.
He was the weight in your life.
They say you drop weight, honestly, it feels it was dragging it was dragging me down. Honestly. Okay, I don't think he's watching this, but in case he was watching, I'm just being honest that it's when you just I wasn't putting energy on myself. And when you're just in a relationship or you're just putting so much energy into one person, and you're forgetting to be who you are and coming back to your own energy, reconnecting with yourself. That's a real thing. And that's why I feel that I have so much more energy in the last month. And I really lost a lot of weight. And it was just because I'm just happier with my life.
Yourself now, your moment. You're getting your moment right now.
Yeah, I'm focusing. Yeah, I'm focusing on myself. And, and that, it sounds like a cliche or something that when people say just focus on yourself. But it really makes me feel better that I can focus on myself.
Right?
And I'm focusing on my projects. My show is coming back.
Messi's
back. So
tell about messy. I love the name, the concept and the way I was reading, I watch you on the social media and tell about Messy. What is Messy and when it's going to be playing again?
Yeah, so Messy was a solo show, my first solo show ever that I did.
I
wrote and I performed in it. It's just me because it was a solo show. And it was at the Hollywood Fringe Festival for the first time ever. And we were, at Ovation. It was just like all over media and got great critic acclaim, like great reviews.
Okay.
And we end up being featured at the Hollywood Reporter as one of the shows to watch in Hollywood. Thank you.
That's amazing. A Brazilian now standing up right there.
Yeah.
And your production, it's not easy to have a production. It's not cheap, and then it's a lot of hustling. Tell us about how to get all together. Tell the process. So you explain like how
it's
much
a lot of hustling.
Hustle.
A lot of hustling. They say that song like a diva is a female version of a hustler.
Exactly.
It's like, because you see like you're a diva and you're on stage and you're in the spotlight and you're getting all the attention. And at the same time, like you really have to hustle behind the scenes to make the show happen. So, and on top of that, I was finishing the script because it's an original show. So some days I had to work on the script and I had to finish the script. And then I had to rehearse the scenes that were ready. So I had to put time aside for rehearsal. And then sometimes I was rehearsing until midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. And then I would wake up and I would do marketing. And then I would have to like reach out to press, reach out to the venue.
Yourself, with no PR, no manager.
I didn't even know. Like I did it all by myself. And like there was, I had a director that Aaron Lyons, he was the director for the show. But, he was part of the rehearsals, of course. Like he was helping me, guide me through the creative process. But at the same time, like as far as the production, it was just me. And like as far as the marketing and really putting the show together, finding a venue, meeting with the press, because you have a lot of meetings that you have to do, like, with the marketing team, with the festival, mingle with the other artists because you need to network and promote your show.
It's hard,
and then you have to look good while you're doing it. And
next day on the phone, I know because we are putting events together. So in the morning at 6:30 a.m. Talking to the clients, and then 5:30 have to rush to an event, promote and networking, and it's not easy. And when it's small and you're trying to get that, you need a lot of support. Do you have support while you're promoting yourself and putting the show together?
I mean,
be honest. Be honest, because I know how it is in LA.
Honestly, I did have a lot of support from the Brazilian community, especially. I had a lot of supportive friends and artists and like the community of artists and Hollywood Fringe, the support from the festival. So definitely, I'm very grateful for the community of artists that you get connected, and the Brazilian community that has been supporting me, came out to see the show, writing about the show, posting on social media. I did feel a lot of love. And just from the people that came out to see the show, like in the audience, to me, honestly, that was the best part, was just when people came to talk to me after the show and they were just like, oh, your show moved me in some way. And sometimes there were scenes that they're strong. I'm talking about really deep themes. Sometimes I'm talking about things that are not so happy and fun. I'm talking about trauma. I'm talking about grief. I'm talking about a lot of heavy stuff. And people, would come after the show and say, hey, I really appreciate you saying that because I went through something similar. And you're making me feel seen. You're making me feel heard. Like you make me feel like, I needed to hear this. And just like that audience participation. And every show, I always invite people to let go of something. What's something you want to let go of? And that was one of the most moving parts for me. It actually made me cry every night because it was so moving.
And then you feel like I'm doing the right thing. Like I'm on the right path. That's more important, that you're doing the right thing for you and for others. I believe that when you have a mission to fulfill people's life, that when you start your mission in your life, and that is great. It's amazing. So what is Messy about? I mean,
just going back to what you just said, it's like so spot on to how I felt. It was really, it's like a shift in your perspective that at first, you know, when you're an actor, you're thinking about, oh, I want to be in the spotlight. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. And then you realize that it's not about you. It's about the people that are coming to see you. It's about the impact you can have in people's lives. It's about changing their lives. And it's about what you can do through your work. And that's what this show did. So to answer your question.
It's the information going through you, because we are just a tool from God. Like, I see this. Like, we are a tool of God, and then you have a mission. And to find a mission takes time, of course. Sometimes you get mature, you're immature, you don't know. Because you're so, like, excited to be here. But then you start to feel that mission that you have through yourself to impact people's life. You know, that this is more important for me. And
it's bigger than me.
Bigger than, it's a light and something. And when you find a purpose, like, it's a life change. That's maybe why you're feeling so good about yourself, because you're doing the right thing for you and for others.
Because even, you know, everybody has bad days. Everybody has hard days. And even when you're having a hard day, I think that was the biggest thing for me, is that I would think it's bigger than me. It's not about me. It's bigger than me. And that's what made me keep going, because it made me feel like I have a mission, a purpose. I have to send this message, you know, and Messy is about the fear that stops us. It's about fear of being, you know, imperfect, like feeling like, it talks also about imposter syndrome and feeling like, oh, I have to be perfect to be, you know, successful or famous or be in the spotlight. I have to be perfect. And that word kept coming back to me over and over, that like, oh, your life is messy. You don't have your stuff figured out, you know, you don't know what you're doing. And that's that imposter syndrome that you feel like, oh, I don't want to be seen because I'm not perfect. I don't have it all together. And, you know, and Messy just gave me that power back to say, you know what, I'm going to reclaim my power and say, if I call my show messy, nobody can say that it's messy.
Exactly. Because already it's messy. And I can show you how messy can be so beautiful and so fascinating. And this is amazing.
And
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And I think that's something that, you know, I used to have a lot of that in my life, that feeling of not being good enough or not being perfect enough, you know, and being messy and embracing the messy side of life, I think can be very empowering, not just to me, but to everybody, because everybody has something messy in their lives they don't want anybody to know about.
We are all messy. Come on.
We're all messy.
Say, I know I'm better than you, but we are all messy anyway. You know, we are. We're just trying to improve our lives in certain sector, in our expect time. We all change, so we all mess, and especially immigrants. We didn't born here. You cannot say you have a perfect life.
We went through a lot to get here.
To stay here. For you can be here right now, we went through a lot. A lot.
And I talk about the immigration journey as well, from, you know, a Brazilian perspective. I can only talk about my journey, but it definitely, a lot of people that came to see the show, they would talk about that afterwards. Oh, it's really nice that you talk about this unique immigration journey that you're going through as a Brazilian in the US, and how unique it is. Because I think Brazilian culture is very unique. There's nothing like it. And each person has their own journey. So you can't, like generalize.
No.
And
it is,
you know,
it is, Derek. You're very unique. Are we very unique? Very unique, Derek. Are we very unique?
Are you unique?
You guys are very unique.
Yeah. So Derek, so you're unique.
What do you think, guys? Are we very unique people?
Very unique. So tell me, how was your immigration journey? How was hard? How your adaptation to everything? Because you speak a very good English, right?
Thank you.
Amazing. So how was to come from Brazil to America? And where are you from in Brazil? I don't know.
Oh,
I need to know.
Okay. I'm from Florianópolis, actually.
Oh,
in
you're
Brazil.
south.
Yeah, in the south.
How old are you when you came to America?
I came here for college. I got a scholarship to go to college.
Which one?
I went to the Midwest, like out of all places. I was like where Dorothy lives. Like,
where?
Kansas.
Kansas.
We're not in Kansas anymore. So like for a long time, I didn't even want to tell people because.
How old were you?
I was like 20 when I got the scholarship. Yeah. But I grew up in Rio, so I was born in the South, and then I grew up in Rio.
Where in Rio?
Barra da Tijuca.
Okay, neighbor, Jacarepaguá. Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in Rio, and I was already working as an actress, modeling. I started working as an actress when I was 13 in Rio. So, and then I was modeling, I was doing runway, print work, and I just had in my mind that I wanted to come to the US or Europe. I wanted to be international. I wanted to go, abroad. And a lot of times, of course, I miss Brazil. And I think, what am I doing here? Because everybody asks me that. What are you doing here? Why don't you go back to Brazil in a good way? Like, because it's so beautiful. Everybody loves Brazil. Yeah. So they don't understand why a Brazilian would ever leave.
I know, they don't understand. Because you have to born over there to understand why you want to come to America. Because when you grow up, I tell my friend, I even tell Derek, we grew up watching all the American movies, listening all the American songs, right? We learn how to do breakfast American way. Everything is Americanized.
Yeah, so
basically... No samba. Samba is not Americanized. Axé is not. Bahia is not. There's ours. Coxinha, brigadeiro, guaraná, feijoada, this is ours. But everything is Americanized.
So what I was thinking too, like the more I think about it, is when people ask, why'd you come? It's just... to the US, it's just great marketing, right?
Yes.
It's like the US has great marketing.
They do. I tell them.
They really do.
You guys, American culture is really strong, especially on the 80s, because they want to show the open or the markets. That's why you got all this consumism of the Americanization. And then we got the movies, and we got the Barrados no Baile. How will you say English?
90210.
90210. Come on. We watched 90210. It was huge.
Yeah.
Is her mic working? Is her mic working, Derek? Yeah, okay.
That was great. No,
90210. It called Barrados no Baile in Portuguese. We love that.
90s TV show.
Yeah, 90s TV show. And the high school, all the high school, you see the high school on TV, like, I want the high school, because our school is not the same.
Yeah, because we don't have high school. We like how they have here. No, it's different.
The locker room.
And they have prom. Like somebody asked me that.
We don't have prom.
What do you do for prom? I'm like, we don't have prom. Also, we don't do prom.
We have a quinceañera.
No, we act like adults. Like, you guys act like kids until you're like adults. For us, when we turn 18, we can go to actual clubs. We don't need prom.
No, and you can get, exactly. And then, so we don't have prom, we don't have high school. We have a different kind of system, education system in Brazil. But we watch, so let's see. Okay, that's a picture. We are consuming all the culture, right? American culture. And then you're living in Brazil. So what makes you do? You want to go to America to see Disneyland, to see Mickey.
The first time I came here, I was actually 14 to see Disney.
So you see,
I went to Disney.
Do you like it?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Of course, the dreaming.
I wanted to go to New York, but my parents. It was like my 15th birthday quinceañera.
Have like a
big 15
yeah, quinceañera. Yeah, I had one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they said either you can have a big party or you can go abroad. Yeah. And I was like, well, I want to have a passport. Yeah. I want to go to another country. That sounds way better than a party. You can go to a party any weekend, but this is once in a lifetime. But when I came for the first time and I went back, I was here for two weeks, but in Florida, not in California. And I went back and I said, I want to move to the United States.
Hey.
And they were like, no, that was just a 2-week trip. Like, calm down.
So how did you do? How did you convince your parents to come to the United States?
I didn't convince them.
No?
So I just started applying to scholarships.
Wow.
And they said I was crazy. They said, you're never going to get a scholarship. Just stop this. This is insanity.
Wow.
Just stay here. Focus on your life in Brazil. And just be happy that you were there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm going to find a way to live there. And I'm going to look for a scholarship. And I don't even know, like the kind of determination that I had to have. Because I went through every program. I got all the information. They said you can only get this. Very few people get it for undergrad, scholarship.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much close to impossible.
Yes.
Everybody told me that. So for me, it was very like, if you tell me something is impossible, now I really want to do it.
I do the same. Yeah. If you say something impossible, my goodness, don't say that. What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
I'm a Scorpio. That's maybe why.
Leo and Scorpio.
If you say
strong.
something like it's impossible, oh my God, we're gonna move the world to show you, prove you.
Yeah. Honestly.
You're wrong. Yeah.
It was just me being very stubborn, guys.
Love it.
But I think
work out. You
worked out. Yeah. I literally did everything I could think of.
So how long you live in Kansas?
I was there for 3 years.
And then I
moved to LA, and I did my last year in LA.
Okay.
And I wanted to just work as an actress and host. Hosting came later, actually. And then I started doing stand-up, talking about my journey being from Brazil. And then that really got really popular because everybody wanted to know about my journey as a stand-up comedian.
So I remember that time. What year was that, the stand-up you had? Was very popular, was big.
For 10 years. I've been doing stand-up now. And then... that's when I started. And then it was just like me being really honest about how I feel being in the US, like being really honest about
everything,
like everything that I was going through, even like family struggles, relationships, dating.
That's dating in LA is like, dating in LA is like,
I feel like, when you end a relationship, it's not the best, but it gives you a lot of material for comedy.
Oh, wow. For example, give one. I want to know. I know. I want to know one example. Let's see. Like the ghosts one, the ghost guys, or the ones like they ghost you. That's a good one.
No, for example, I have an example from my ex that now I talk about him on the show. I'm sure he doesn't like that, but it doesn't matter because we're not together anymore.
So be careful when you date her. She's gonna make all this about you, and then later on we're gonna be on her show.
Look, you should take it as a compliment. If I'm talking about you on my show, it means that
because I love you. No.
No, that's not what it means. I'm talking about in my show. It means that you made an impression. You're important enough to make an impression on my
memory.
show. You're like a strong enough impression. You made a strong enough impression to be part of my show, but not a good impression.
Yes,
because I'm not gonna say good things about you. But if somebody just goes out with me on one date, sometimes a guy will ask, "Oh, am I gonna be on your show?" I'm like, calm down, you're not that important.
He was already asking. He was already asking, like, is this gonna be your show?
No, like, this is not memorable enough to be on my show. Calm down. Like,
you need a minimum 3 years. You need a minimum 3 years to be on a show.
No, minimum 3 months. I think.
3 months. 3 months.
No, but also it depends on, not just the time, the situation. It depends on what you did. That if it was like bad, that I was like, oh, this is going on the show,
So give a little bit of what you say about the.
One of the things that he did, he never wanted to be on Facebook, and for a long time, because I've known this person for like years, right? Like we dated, and then we were just friends, like we're apart, and then we got back together, and so literally years. And never wanted to be on Facebook. Finally, he created a Facebook profile. He wouldn't add me on Facebook. Can you believe that?
What?
I've known this person for 10 years. I was like,
you don't add you for Facebook?
Never added.
That's weird.
Never added me on Facebook.
That's suspicious.
Very suspicious. Also, then I found out that he was on Match.com.
Dating while dating you.
Yeah, like literally, he was showing me something.
But
I don't know if I should be saying this, but hey, it's already live. So. So, yeah, he was on Match.com, and one time he was like showing me an email.
Yeah.
We were living together. We were dating for like 6 months, and he was showing me an email, and I sat, and he kept coming. You know how like Bumble, Match.com, and it was Match.com too. I was like, didn't you find like a better service? Like, why you Match.com? It's so lame.
I think when you start to date a guy, you have to go through his phone and just take all the apps and turn off his account. Yeah, and then it's just like, deleted now. Now it's a contract. The contract deleted all the app's account. Yeah, don't look like this, Derek. Look at his face.
I feel like I was too understanding. So yeah, I definitely have to be more like, no, let me see your phone. We're gonna delete all the apps right now. But yeah, he still tried to make an excuse. He was like, "Oh, that was an old account. I forgot to delete."
Oh.
And then I was like, "Oh, let me see." So I looked it up, and it said like active last 48 hours.
Oh no!
I had to like go online to like find him and then see.
No.
It was a lot of work. But anyway,
that's why now you took all the heavy weights.
Yeah, so it's just like I was wasting so much time and energy. No, honestly, this is true. You waste so much time and energy with like relationship drama that when you can just wake up and focus on yourself and do a meditation and just focus on your own life, it's like things start moving and shifting and getting better. But that was one of the jokes that I talked about, that I say he could never have time to add me on Facebook because he was too busy responding to Match.com. So that's one of the things I talk about him.
Yeah, but how was your adaptation in the U.S. when you arrived? I know you went to school, but then what the difference between like going to Kansas to LA? How do you feel once you came here? Say, okay, now I can start my dreams. Now I can start my life. How was the process?
I feel like I still think that. Honestly, I feel like every day, no joke, or at least once a week, I think, I really wish I was living in Brazil. Like, oh, Brazil is so good. It is. I love Brazil. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think at least once a month I consider moving back to Brazil. Like,
you do, Julia, back and forth?
I
don't. I was in Brazil.
I miss it.
I was in Brazil. I see my friends, my family. I love it. But I feel LA so much my home. I don't know. It's like I don't have that. I love Brazil, but at the same time I love LA, so I can be half and half. And once I live in China, and I was China, Brazil, LA, China, Brazil, LA. But I can. For me, sometimes when I walk on the streets, I feel like I born here. It's weird. Like I don't feel the difference.
I feel, for me, personally, the difference is that I feel like I'm more myself when I'm in Brazil.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more confident. I'm more spontaneous. I'm more, now I'm here with you and we're both Brazilian.
So
I feel the Brazilian energy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need to connect with the Brazilian community.
Yeah.
Speak Portuguese.
Yes.
I don't know, to just feel like my full self.
I understand.
So there is a part of me that when I'm in the US or in LA that I still feel like I have to edit myself, that I'm trying to fit in, that even though I don't want to admit that exists, I feel that that I'm still, that's why I wrote this show, like #messy, that it's like giving myself permission to be messy.
I understand.
To be myself, because I still feel, even in the best moments here, that I still feel there is a part of me that I'm thinking, oh, am I allowed to say this? Do I have to edit myself? How is this gonna be perceived? Like, am I being too sexy? Am I being too outspoken? Am I being too loud?
Yeah, because we are always being on the spotlight to be judged by others, and I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I totally understand, because you need the guidance to know how to navigate certain places. I understand that too.
Yeah, like feeling like you're too much.
Yeah.
And I think it's not just in my head, because I have gone, or maybe, it's like you attract, like deep inside, because I'm so scared of it, that it's like sometimes I end up attracting situations like that. I don't know. But it's like sometimes it does happen that I feel, people will come up to you and be like, oh, you're being too loud, or that's too sexy, or can you tone it down, And I feel like that there is an overall culture in the US of like toning yourself down, and I feel like I have to water myself down a lot, like I can really be my full self. And that's what I have been doing a lot in the last month, that I was like, I don't know if I can say the F word, but
F word.
But that I was just like,
fuck.
F it. Yeah, I was like, okay, I was like, fuck it. I just want to be myself. I don't want to care about anybody. They say legal for this in Portuguese.
I think after a while, when you go through a lot in your life right now, after you start the podcast, a lot of things in my life happen and change and shift. today I do turn off. I do. I don't regret, because if you respect people, and if you have boundaries to people, and if you're there for people, and if they watch you the way they whatever, you cannot control them.
Yeah.
You only can control yourself. So whatever happens outside of myself, it's okay, because I know who I am. So once you state yourself, okay, I'm accepting myself, that's who I am, I accept myself, I love myself, you're going to see that now you're shifting this.
Yeah.
You're going to say, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's about, you have to stop caring about what other people think.
So much better,
and
Julia.
just be who you are, you know, be like, love yourself for who you
Yes.
are. Don't apologize for being yourself.
No.
Just, you know, be your full self. And that's what my show is about. I honestly feel like since I created the show, since June when it came out, there was a lot of things, a lot of parts of my life I didn't want to share. I was very self-conscious over it. And after I did the show, I realized, you know what, I don't want to have to edit myself anymore. And that comes through in every area of my life. I mean, honestly, I think that's why, you know, my relationship ended, because I was editing myself too much. I was trying to fit into that. I was trying to fit into his version of what our relationship is, instead of like what makes me happy.
Yes.
And like work-wise as well, you know, like in every areas. Even sometimes with our family, we're trying to be like, oh, I want to fit into what my parents want, or I want to fit into what my friends want.
You want to please everyone, but
please
not
everybody.
yourself. You're not pleasing yourself. You're punição, né? Como é que é? Punch yourself for something that you're not, and you have to be yourself. But this is only come after a while, after like some age, some time, right? I won't say the ID time, dates, after a certain age.
Yeah, after
but
21.
And then after
you know,
21 happens, and you
realizing.
start realizing how much wonderful you are, and you know, F for everybody, because you needed to fulfill yourself, because you just have one life.
Yeah, exactly.
One
Life is too short to edit yourself.
Yeah.
Life is too short for you not to make yourself happy.
Exactly.
And be who you are and love who you are. And that's where I'm at right now, that I just want to love myself all the time, every day. And I do tell myself that I love myself in the mirror.
Yeah.
I do that because it's a good exercise.
It is good.
Yeah.
Because you see how many people maybe watching will say, I hate you. You don't even know how many people
All the haters.
Another one
There's
side.
always haters somewhere,
yeah,
right?
and they're gonna be, oh, I don't like her. Oh, I don't like her. I don't like this. I don't like that. And they are talking. But you have to say, okay, I love myself. And if you don't like me, it's okay. You know, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's like if you don't, you know, if you don't love yourself, like who's gonna love you?
Who?
Exactly. So you have to love yourself first.
Yes.
Actually, I wrote a poem that went into the show that is called "Love Yourself First."
Oh, say it a little bit before us. Tell us. Just a little
it's
bit.
it's about everything that I need in my life. So I talk about, I need more, you know, I need more meditation, I need more inspiration, I need more Sundays, I need more lazy mornings, I need more. You know, it's about everything that I need in my life that I felt like it was missing. You know, I need more affection, I need less rejection.
Oh, wow.
I need the birds and the bees and nature around me. I need to just be.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
So it's just all the things that I felt like I needed to tell myself that I need in my life without apologizing.
Yes.
You know, even no matter what area you're in, it be at work, relationships, with yourself, if you're by yourself, to just stop apologizing to people and like dimming your light or shrinking to make other people feel comfortable.
Yes.
Now I'm in my era that I'm just like, I don't care if you're not comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I need to love myself, and I want to be my full self in every area of my life.
Preach it. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. That's supposed to be like inspiration call to like, this is gonna go.
Yeah, it's a movement. You know, to me, it's a show. It's a solo show, but it means a lot to me because it's a movement. I want people to be moved by it, and I want them to feel that they are also allowed to be their full selves, that give themselves permission to be messy, to be loud, to be their full selves, to be imperfect,
to be who they are. Yeah, real person.
To be real.
Because in LA it's very hard to be real, right? because people put a lot of these masks to fit everywhere. I think that's the problem. When you start to put a lot of masks to fit everywhere and to please everyone, that's when you start to lose yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's not being yourself. And then suddenly you got in depression, you got hating people for nothing, to be who they are. And then to put a mask, to be everybody pleasing, that's when you start to go down. Your energy goes down. That's what I learned. Yeah. Your energy goes down. But when you feel drained. But when yourself, okay, now I'm 100% myself, and I can accomplish and go, and to the world is mine. This is how I feel, how I see people. And also in LA, we know there is a lot of masks so people can go to place and find contacts or work, and it is hard in LA. Imagine if it is hard for people who are born over here, imagine for us immigrants. Yeah. Exactly. Like, we are not from here. We have to adjust, learn the culture, the traditions, the language. The system is not easy to be an immigrant.
It's not easy. That's why I think that when you come to a different country, it's not as easy to be yourself, because you feel like you have to fit in. There is this underlying feeling. I think every immigrant goes through, or anybody that comes from another country to live, in the U.S. or anywhere else, or even when you're traveling, that you're trying to fit into that culture. But the truth is, it's about being authentic, being your authentic self, no matter where you are. So I think that's why I started doing more stories. I want to speak more Portuguese. I want to talk more about my culture. Nice. I want to, even hashtag Messy was also, my show used to be called The Brazilian Hour when I did the stand-up comedy, because I wanted to embrace who I am instead of trying to be American or trying to fit in the American style, you know?
Yeah, we will never be American. Right. We are born in Brazil. We have the Brazilian flavor, but we love
the
so
Brazilian
much.
Flavor.
Yeah, we love so much to be here. We love the country, love the culture, because people, I love, but so you wanted to be on the system, you wanted to adjust. So this shift, we suffer for a few years, the first 3 years, 5 years, we suffer so much because you want to be there. So you have headaches. I had headaches. I had the stomachache. I lost weight. I had all just to fit in. And even though now that you go through a lot, you still feel like sometimes awkward. Some place we go, you feel like it.
Yeah, because you feel like you don't fit in. Yes, and we have this strong desire to belong, right?
Yeah.
It's a human thing. We want to belong somewhere. So I think that's what it is that, I feel like when I'm in Brazil, I feel like I fully belong.
Yes.
And I'm more confident. I'm more myself.
Yeah, and
I don't have to edit what I'm saying or how I act.
And your family, friends come embrace you so much. Because last time I went to Brazil, it was so good. My friends, the family, my friends would come this way, come this way. So you feel lovely, like a
feel loved,
the fullest. Yeah,
for who you are. You feel love for who you are. And I think that's another thing that here, it's a cultural thing that I feel like people are not as authentic or spontaneous and genuine,
because they are so worried about what's going to be happening,
what they look like, what you can give to them, who you are, but not in a who you are, like who you are in the
what
inside.
Can get from you, exchanging, if you're going to take advantage
who do you
or
know,
not.
How far you can take them, or something like
one
that.
One thing funny, I was watching social media and I saw this, I think as influencer, American or Italian influencer, and she was on her feed showing people on the Hollywood parties or Beverly Hills parties. The girl goes, the guy say, how many followers do you have? And then if you don't have many followers, and they look, and then they go away, or how much money you make it? And she's like, the guy look, or what do you do?
I saw that. I saw that. The video.
It's so fun. It's so true. Like
that they walk up to people.
And they walk there. What do you do? Oh, you don't. Oh no. She loses interest.
You can't help me.
You can help me. It's true.
But I went to an amazing Brazilian event yesterday. That was the launch of a lot of different books that by Brazilian authors.
I heard,
the WeBook publishing, right? And sometimes when you go, to a Brazilian event, some people they are so inspiring. you know, and you don't even realize like how many followers they have or anything like that, because you're just having genuine conversations with people. And I think that's what I miss in Brazil, because just being there, talking in Portuguese with other women who are inspiring, who are, you know, sending a message. They were talking about imposter syndrome, about, you know, how we're perceived as Brazilians in the US. And all of that is so inspiring, and just like seeing what they are doing with their lives also as Brazilian women, you know, that are getting a lot of impact, that are showing their work, their voice, you know, they're speaking up, and they're beautiful, and they are gorgeous, and they're loving themselves. And I think that's what Brazilian culture is. Also, to say that you can be beautiful, you can be smart, you can love yourself, you can have it all.
Everything,
you can be all of it. And you don't have to edit yourself and say, compartmentalize and say, oh, if you're beautiful, you're not smart. If you're smart, you can't be beautiful. If you are Brazilian, you can be in the US. If you like, you shouldn't be putting yourself in any boxes, and just like love yourself for all of it without having to edit, you know?
Tag yourself for things. I see some now that beauty and brains are together now. People don't see only beauty and brains. They're putting, okay, she's beautiful and smart. I can see this. People are more realizing that it's not a more separate thing. Before I remember, like, right, Derek? Oh, she's so beautiful only. No brains. But now people are saying, oh, she's beautiful and has brains. She's smart. And people start to talk more and repeat more. So it is good. And also become a social status, like beautiful and smart too. Because I can see more women are helping other women, and then they are also doing so much networking, help each other.
Really exactly. Great. So that's why I
changing.
Love this. Yeah, it really is changing, and that's why I love this. That was the WeBook publishing event, because it was really inspiring for that reason too. But it is changing everywhere. So it's like in the publishing world, you know, in acting,
artists,
stand-up comedy also. You know, that was one of the main things that when I started doing stand-up comedy. You had to dress down. You had to like wear a hoodie and t-shirt and jeans, and like all the comedians were like this.
Now I see the woman sexy talking about all this.
I was like one of the first women that like wore a sexy dress, like to do stand-up, and I said I will not like play down my sexiness because I'm funny. That's the other thing, that it's, you know, they say you can be funny and sexy. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be funny and sexy
and smart and beautiful
and smart and beautiful. Get that? Like,
it's me.
Take that. I will be all of it.
I love that.
In English and Portuguese.
I love that. I love it. That's so cool. And
I think that's empowering for other women too, you know, not to be too much like full of myself, but I think that there is a lot of women out there that they feel like they can be sexy and smart and beautiful and funny and love themselves and be genuine and real, you know, because you can also have a good heart, you know, and I think that's not something to be ashamed of, or, you know, I think being vulnerable is also a great quality. Yeah, it's okay to be vulnerable.
You don't have to be power. I was so strong and stiff and like, you can do all. I always say, embrace your feminine energy. And be feminine. You can be strong and powerful, but be feminine. Right? Be beautiful and light, and it just flows with the life.
Pretty people also have feelings.
We do. Jack is laughing. It's true. They think you don't, right?
No, because sometimes they put you in a box. Like, I feel like, especially in the US, they try to put you in a box that, like, you're like a sex object or something, like a sex symbol, or but instead of like, oh, you don't have feelings, like you can't connect from like a real place, you know.
I believe certain women, they are so gorgeous, and then sometimes, you know, they walk and they are so stiff, and that's why makes that people think they have no feelings, because
they're disconnected.
You know, right? They go to the casting, and the woman is just like, and they sit down, they like, you have seen people like this?
Yeah. But I think it's like some sort of a protection, I think.
You think so?
That they use it as like a protection, right?
And
that it's like,
and they're like, what is the expression?
Because
and then they just stiff, and then I don't know what to tell them, and they just keep that. I know it's a protection, but then people gonna perceive that you're cold.
Yeah. Right? It's a defense mechanism. And I think a lot of people use that. And there is a thing, like, I have felt that even in LA, I mean, especially, that if you're nice, like, people are not gonna, like, think too much of you or something.
Yes.
That you, like, being nice is seen as a bad thing.
I am always nice.
Right?
It's a bad thing. Like, she's too nice. Like,
You're too nice. Like, you probably don't, like, you're not that good at what you do, or, like, you can't be that
nice and
that
good.
nice and good.
Yeah, they think.
Or you're nice and you want me, and you don't want them to think you want them.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want them to think you're nice.
So you cannot be nice at all when you're a woman.
Yeah,
it's
complex.
Yeah, it's see how hard it is?
Yeah, because you can't be you can't be too nice, too sexy, too loud, too sweet, too genuine, too real.
Don't laugh too loud.
Don't be too blunt.
Don't be
not too honest. Don't tell men what you think of them. Like,
it's a long list. It's hard.
Did you know that it's like, if you tell a guy what you really think, it really hurts their ego. They can never recover.
What?
Like,
no.
It's so true. Like, it's double standards. So that I was thinking about that, actually. I'm gonna put that on my show. No, so, like, it's the POV is like, when you tell a guy, or when you do something to a guy that is exactly what he's done before, he gets so offended. He's like, wait, you're doing this? That's absurd. Like, I can't believe you do anything like this.
But you did to me.
But he did the same thing to you. But when he does it, it's okay.
I so need to be in this conversation.
What is that?
It's like, it's double.
It's
called double standards.
Cracking up.
No double standards, guys.
Gaslighting.
Yeah. Double standards.
Gaslighting. Okay, see you now. Next one.
Right?
We need to redo this podcast.
But what's up with that? What's up with that? Double standards. Because it's like, a guy will do something, and then you do the exact same thing, and then they get really offended. Like, their ego never recovers.
They cannot do it. Cannot do nothing. You just have to be sitting like this.
But they can do whatever. They can party. They can ghost. They can party. They can come back. They can do whatever they want. And then they just want to show up in your life, and they want you to be, like, nice and pretty, and just say, yes, no problem. Yes, I'm so understanding. I'll always be understanding, baby. No problem.
No, not for the Latinas. Latinas don't do that.
No, exactly. We don't do that. No, but that's what they want.
No,
but
the Latinas don't do that.
Watch out for the Latinas, because we do not put up with bullshit, guys.
No, the Latinas
do not treat us how we don't deserve to be treated, because you're gonna get yours.
Yeah, Brazilians, Latinas, we don't.
No,
it's hard.
We don't put up with crap.
No, we don't. No,
no. I think that's good to have self-worth. Yes. Honestly, they say, like, Latinas are crazy. Let's talk about that, because there's a stereotype, right?
Yeah.
Like, Latinas are crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm crazy because I want to be loved and have self-worth and
because I
be
stand
valued. I'm sorry,
for myself.
That's crazy.
Because I stand up for myself and I tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
That's why you're crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so crazy that I can see exactly through you and everything you're doing wrong, and I'm going to call you out on your bullshit.
And then
that's crazy.
Loca, mujer loca, mucha loca.
Yeah, so guys, raise your standards, because we're not going to put up with your low standards, and
be careful
treat us right.
With Julia, because she's single now, so if you come across her way, you're gonna be all messy and a mess.
And I only want men with high standards. Do not come at me with those low ass standards and try to.
So what is the high standard?
Sorry.
Tell me, what is the high standard for you?
Well, here's my question: does the high standard include you in the list of standards?
Yeah, high standard.
That means you got to step your game up in order for me to even be interested in you.
Exactly.
Otherwise, your own game is going to blow up in your face.
Yes, step up your game, guys.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Your own game will blow up on you if the person wants standards that you can't even reach. So you have to be careful what you ask for. Otherwise, now you shot yourself out the box.
No, I'm asking for what I want. What do you want? I'm asking the universe and live and on the podcast. I'm raising my standards. Honestly, like, for me, I feel like, you have to raise your standards for yourself, totally. And also, guys, you need to step up your game, okay? Yeah. So, for me, standards...
Explain.
All right, first of all, I need to be your number one priority.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that one.
You have to make me a priority. That's
there is no more. That's the one.
That's the number one.
Let's resume everything. You're the priority. That's it.
The other thing is you have to be thoughtful, caring, kind, genuine, and
not too genuine.
No, I think genuine is good, but also, I was gonna say, also you need to be with one woman. Like I'm a one woman.
Mono. How I say? Just one. Mono. No
monogamy. Monogamy is going out of style. So I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing monogamy back.
Yeah.
Well, I think for me, you have to be with one person. I'm a one woman kind of person, like one man kind of woman. Yeah, did I say that right? Yes. One man kind of woman. Like, I feel like I can't multitask. I'm very bad at multitasking. And that goes for relationships too. I cannot multitask. For me, I want to be with one person that is like, there for me, that we're fully connected. We're, of course it has to be right for each other, right?
Yes.
But I think this whole thing about like dating around and all these like dating standards in the US and all these dates or whatever, dating apps, like for me that's just like, it's like fast food, it's like you're going on a fast food. I like quality, not quantity. Quality, not quantity.
Do you think the dating apps create more chaos on the dating life?
Yes. I think the dating apps are terrible for relationships.
Yeah.
To find a relationship.
Yeah.
And I feel like it actually has caused more drama in my actual relationships than helped.
Oh.
Because even if you meet somebody, I never met somebody on a dating app, honestly. And I'm not on any apps, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm not too.
I'm not on any apps. You can look for me. The only app I'm in is Instagram. So Julia Merlin real. So that's it. That's the only one.
No apps. No apps. I'm so scared of apps. I see people there, my friends, there are apps. I'm scared. I don't feel like that is a safe place to be.
I don't either.
It's like I feel like you're awkward. Like I never been in any apps, but even though,
I'm always the exception to the rule. I met my last wife online.
Oh, you see, for online.
And I bought her a house.
You bought a house for your wife?
Before I even married her. So you.
Wow.
It just depends on.
But I know some people that got married off dating apps.
Yes.
I really do. But I don't like it. It's just not for me.
It's a place like a social media, right? Like you don't know where you step in. I don't know.
I feel like guys that meet you on a dating app, from my experience, they don't value as much as the guys that I know from my real life, like my personal life. And, especially because I also worked a lot on TV and, like, having a public personality. People know who I am and things like that. That it wouldn't make sense for me to be on a dating app because it's like, well, if I wanted to be with somebody like that, like, I could meet them in real life. Yes. Like, I know a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, I meet a lot of people. So it doesn't make sense because I meet so many amazing people that I think the right person for me is coming from real life. And I like exactly. I prefer that.
It's more genuine in this way. That's
to meet people through friends or events or activities that you do in common and things like that.
The app, because the app is I feel like so awkward, like the apps and. Yeah, it's like a social media, right? You put your picture there, talk to people. I don't know.
Yeah. And I feel like guys don't treat you as well when you're on the dating apps. Like they don't value as much or they don't realize your value. So I think that's a big thing. Of course, you have to value yourself first.
Yes.
And I think guys need to step up their game and value women more.
Julia, thank you so much. I love all the way you talk. You can come back. Please come back soon. We can talk more. But we have to finish. But I have a question for you. I have a keyway questions.
Okay.
So let's go fast, okay? Coca-Cola or Guaraná?
Guaraná.
Hey!
100%. National. Brazilian.
Taco ou coxinha?
Coxinha.
Coxinha.
Gente, coxinha, com certeza.
Let's go. Ipanema Beach or Santa Monica Beach?
Ipanema.
Guys,
I mean, she was Brazilian. Brazilian culture all the time. I can't live without Brazilian food and Brazilian culture, Brazilian flavors.
It's so good.
Ipanema is my favorite beach.
Yeah, right? Give me your favorite actor, Hollywood actor, like inspire you to be an actress. Like every time you see him, this is amazing. That's my mentor.
My mentor.
Like
someone
who
you
watch,
things,
someone who you watch, and you say, okay, this is the actor. This is.
I love Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Because he came from being the hot guy or like that stereotype, and he has done so many amazing dramatic roles too. And he is an example of somebody that looks good and embraces his full self. And he's married, has a beautiful family, and also he won an Oscar for his work as Ken and Barbie.
I know.
Out of all the movies that he's ever done, that's kind of surprising. But he's done a lot of like really dramatic roles. But he's an amazing actor. Of course, like I love Robert De Niro as well. I mean, as far as like a mentor, like somebody that I really look up to.
Yeah.
I grew up watching all his movies, and I don't think there's anybody that is like more iconic or he's a legend. Yeah, Robert De Niro, and definitely.
And TV or theater?
Theater.
Why theater?
My heart goes to theater. I grew up in theater. Like I started out in theater. My first play was The Crucible. When I was 13, and still when after doing a lot of TV, going back, the Fringe Festival was really like my homecoming to the stage, and going back to the theater, I really missed that live experience. Throughout the pandemic, we couldn't do that, and there's so many theaters that are closing down all over the world, in Brazil, here, and honestly, that breaks my heart because I love theater. There is nothing like live theater to me, and people really need to come out and support more, because I think that's really when you get that human connection. And I know that TV, of course, like I want to be on TV and like do as many TV shows as possible.
But the heart, like you get connect with the people over there, and I love plays. Like when I go to play, I live the place like I'm on the clouds, like I walk in the clouds, because it's so good for you. And
theater is where my heart is.
The actors are so passionate, so strong, like you can feel the energy, and it is amazing. Yeah. How about a person that marked your life, someone who supports you so much through your career journey, that like you cannot even you want to say thank you to this person forever, ever? You have the person that in your life?
I have somebody that really inspired me, that also it is a little bit of a mentor, and sometimes I do think about him as motivation to keep going. That was Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, wow.
When I met him, he saw my work and everything, and I've done some collaborations with him as a writer, and even about Brazilian culture. Okay. And to me, that was wild, that I met somebody that I admired so much. Yeah. And not only that, but he believed in me as an actress, and he helped me even throughout my whole journey as an artist, to get an artist visa and everything. He was one of my sponsors.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so that was huge. Yeah. And also my agent in Brazil, Serginho Matos.
Serginho Matos.
Da Elite, eu comecei com ele na Elite. Então, Serginho has been somebody that believed in me my whole life.
Iconic. Icon. Yeah.
He's an icon, and he launched so many careers. Gisele Bündchen, Cauan Raymond, Rodrigo Santoro. I mean, everybody that's in Hollywood started with him.
In Brazil.
And he discovered me, when I was in high school. He was one of the biggest supporters that I've always had in Brazil. And to this day, he's still very supportive of my life, my career. And
love it.
It's just it's so amazing when you have people who believe in you.
Yes, that is very important, because you cannot do everything by yourself. You need support. You need people around, and to give you love, and also share knowledge, share things that can help you. You stay there on the ground. Yeah, it is true. Yeah. Thank you so much. And
Thank you. We can't do it alone.
Yes,
we need it takes a village, as they say.
Yes,
but we need a team of people that believe in you. Yeah. But you need to believe in yourself first.
Yes.
Then you need a team of people that believe in you. And then you need to be grateful every single day for being able to do what you love.
Yeah, humble
too.
Yeah,
and humble. Yeah, so I think those are the biggest things. And realizing that it's bigger than you. Because, you know, if you think that it's all about you, that's not going to make your life purpose as meaningful. So I think it's important to realize it's not all about you. It's bigger than you. And just focus on making an impact in people's lives. And just believe in yourself every day and find something to make you happy, even on your bad days.
Even if it's hard sometimes.
Even when it's hard, so you can keep going.
Even if I have had a bad day, even have
sometimes things go wrong, you know, but just keep going and find something to inspire you every single day that makes you keep going.
Leave us the invitation for your mass on September 20th, everybody, the address.
So everybody come see me September 20th at 7 p.m. at the Broadwater in LA, #Massy, aka the Brazilian Hour, with me, Julia. I'm going to be the headliner, and it's me only. Because,
I'm coming.
So you guys are invited. Everybody here is invited. So it's going to be a great night of, you know, celebrating who we are, celebrating that life is messy, and our Brazilian flavors.
Yes, we're going to have coxinha and brigadeiro.
No, but that's something to think about. Maybe we have to arrange some coxinha and brigadeiro now. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Julia, for being here. Now, the podcast, Be Live with Dani Ke'lly. I love the conversation because I know you, I see you all the time, but you never talk, and I have a big, like, I'll say, hi.
Now I can't stop talking. When it starts, you know, I can't stop.
Go ahead, I love it. And thank you guys so much for watching Be Live with Dani Ke'lly on YouTube and Instagram. Follow us, share our video, our podcast with Julia, with everyone in Brazil or United States, wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for support. Leave your comments, your like. And over here, we are at Creation Studios in Culver City, a place that is not just a studio, but a concept for your creation. Bye, tchau.
Bye,
obrigado.
Guys. Tchau, obrigada. Obrigada. Bye.